Hi.
Good afternoon and welcome to our Memorial Day program. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the national anthem performed by the members of the chorus. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We now invite the kindergarten and first grade to the stage to sing God Bless America. Determination filled with pride, our people's will won't be denied. Our founding fathers set to stay the road we've traveled to this day. A quest for right cannot be wrong. With help from God, we will stay strong.
Support our troops, name number one, for the job they do is never done. When forced, they put it on the line. True patriots, when called, they shine. Let's raise Old Glory with a cheer, and thanks all soldiers past and near.
On June 1st, 1864, Senator Charles Sumner commented in what is now considered to be the most famous speech by President Abraham Lincoln. In his eulogy of the slain president, he called it a monumental act. He said that Lincoln was mistaken, that the world will little know what we say here. Rather, the Bostonian remarked, the world noted at once what he said, and will never cease to remember it. The battle itself is less important than the speech. Lindsay Cunham is here to read the speech.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived of liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here that gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men living and dead who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor powers to add or detract. The world will little know nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus so far nobly advanced. It is for us, rather to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
Have you ever wondered why veterans of foreign wars volunteers give you a paper copy after you give them a donation? During the worst battles in northern France and southwest Belgium in World War I, many soldiers lost their lives fighting for our countries, but it was especially devastating for British soldiers. As these brave men were laid to rest, the earth in which they were buried unknowingly contained poppy seeds. It is said that poppy seeds can lie dormant underground until they are once again hunted.
On the day Canadian doctor John McCree looked out from his hospital tent, Flanders Field was blooming with red poppies on account of the freshly dug graves. This sight inspired his famous poem.
His poem was published and inspired many people. One American woman so inspired by the words he had penned that she began to wear poppy in honor of those fallen heroes. Then she grew more poppies to sell and raise money for disabled veterans. Today the tradition continues. When you make a donation to veterans, you may likely receive a paper poppy in return. The craze in Flanders Field remains to this day one of the most memorable war poems ever written. Julian Myers is here to recite it today. In
Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row. They mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below, we are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye bring faith with us who die. We shall not sleep though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Beginner band will now play America.
freedom too.
The grand old flag will unite American lost ready to fight. But like we know, counts hard and round that makes the public hope. If our armed forces cease to be, how long could we survive as free? Let's well rely the truth will score. We need our troops just like before.
Boils down to this, words to engrave, land of the free, due to the brave. God bless each one for being there, their loved ones to unending care.
Hope born from love touches the will to back them strong and to fulfill. Americans who serve to give, one nation under God we live.
Memorial Day. They see it as a 3-day weekend from work and extra time to go out and play.
They watch the waves from Indy or run to the seals at the mall, forgetting the many lives close call.
But many soldiers, sailors, and airmen gave their lives for the USA to enjoy the liberties of this land, so remember them this Memorial Day.
Their country called and they answered, knowing full well the price they might pay. They fell on soil all around the world, so we could be free. They lie buried throughout this world, but their spirits are with us today. They paid the highest price they could, so remember them this Memorial Day.
Thanks to the men and women who gave their lives in service to our country, we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The freedom to come and go as we please, to speak without fear of retribution, and other freedoms we just don't think about. So let every Memorial Day be a reminder to count our blessings and honor those who made America free.
So I won't read the story.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to thank everybody for coming today on this very special occasion. A few guests that I'd like to recognize. Sitting in the humble seats in the back is our superintendent of schools, Ms. Katie Lindstrom. Sitting next to her is our old friend, Carol Bradley. Thank Mr. Rainville, Mr. Sawyer for their service today, posting the colors for us. It's always an honor to have them in our building. I just want to say, I'm going to take just a couple of moments to recognize the hard work that's gone into this. You may have noticed that our good friend Mrs. Richards is not here because she is awaiting the birth of her child. And so I wanted to compliment all of our teachers and aides and the adults in the building who have stepped up and done such an amazing job making all of this a special occasion. So thank you. And of course, Mr. Daly has guided us through with the band, so a special thanks to Mr. Daly for his guidance. And last but not least, in terms of music, Ms. Joyner, where are you? She came on Monday to start, and we told her on Monday, hey, guess what? We have a Memorial Day program on Thursday. And she just stepped up that early and done an outstanding job. Great job. Last but not least, it's actually the most important recognition of all. You know, we're here today to remember those men and women who served our country so nobly through the years. I know that we have veterans in the audience. I don't think we've taken time to really recognize them as individuals. So if you're a veteran, you can please stand up so you can be recognized. I have been carefully instructed not to speak, but rather to point out the order of events. You know, we'll get my list up so that we can do it correctly. We're going to have retirement. Is that the correct way to say it? And then we will play taps. I would ask everyone in the audience, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that we remain silent and play the taps, the retirement cards. And then as we exit the room, I would ask that you remain silent as well. Boys and girls, you have been awesome through this whole program. Awesome behavior,